clutch kick, lots of throttle. Let the wheel go right now, let it flow. Catch it. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Welcome to Be Driven. Right now we have the perfect weather. Like, I'm dead serious. I can't ask for any better weather at all. My hood is not closed. And I really fucked up my finger. We were breaking one of the nuts loose and I punched the bottom of his car like full force. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but it definitely don't feel good. But that's no excuse because we ain't no bitch. So I'm gonna get these tires ready. I'm almost 100% sure this place is abandoned, so we shouldn't have anybody bother us. Now, because this is my dominant hand and it's my pointer finger, I don't think using my handbrake is gonna be an option today, which means we're gonna have to have that major skill. Oh, what the? What was that noise? Wait a second, I think I have spaghetti right now. Yep, I have spaghetti. God dang it.
346 minutes later.
Oh, look at this spaghetti noodle. This is toast. All right, yeah, I'm gonna need do a new one on the left. Well, we threw another set of tires on. They only had one, so I had to rotate the one and then put a newer one on the other side. So we're kind of running a janky setup. Now we're about to go over the world's bumpiest fucking road. God dang. Oh my God. All right, we back. The weather's even better right now. All right, come on. I did not mean to do that. Hey, look, the sun's coming up. Like literally doing this with one hand. Now this spot is definitely like a beginner spot. In fact, this is the place that I learned how to drift. And I'm gonna teach you guys, because back then I was a beginner. Now I'm not so much a beginner, but right here is one of the perfect spots that you can learn. But something like this, it's not super open, it's very slippery, there's no cars. So the first thing, obviously, if you've never swung a car at all, is simply just do a donut. Pick the direction you like. Most people is to the left, and you're gonna go in circles like this. Obviously, I'm not doing anything yet, but that's basically how tight you're gonna wanna go. If you have a manual, put it in first. If you have an automatic, make sure you're in the lowest gear, and then pretty much just let the clutch out or floor it and turn all the way. And your back tires will just naturally spin. And then it's just like, once you get to the angle, you kind of just keep the throttle. Like you notice, it's staying pretty much the same. All you gotta do is correct it with the steering wheel. And then boom, there's your donut. Now when you initiate with a donut, you're probably gonna go wide. If you're not starting from a standstill, you go wide, mash the throttle, get the back end to kind of come out just like this. And then once again, simply just hold it. And then at that point, it's just turning the wheel and you keep the throttle consistent. And make sure you commit to throttle, because if you don't commit to the throttle, you're gonna end up either not going fast enough or understeering, or just going straight into something that you don't wanna go into. If I did not give it enough throttle, I'll end up just going like this, and then it just won't work, or I'll hit the sidewalk right there. Now I'm showing you this from a point of view perspective because it makes it a lot easier for you guys to actually understand, because, well, this is what it's gonna look like when you try and learn how to do this. Once you do one donut, you're gonna wanna do the exact same thing, but the other direction. It's not good if you can only go one way, because you won't be able to link a turn if you can't drift only one direction. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. So obviously I did a donut to the left, simple as that, right? Now, you're just gonna wanna do the exact same thing. So get it set up, boom, just like that. Same thing, first gear, and then it's really just throttle. Like, I'm not doing much with the wheel, I'm just turning it a little bit, and then you're pretty much good. And once you get into it, it's fairly easy to hold as long as as you stay with the gas. Main pointers with donuts is keeping the throttle consistent and give it a lot of gas right away, because you'd rather oversteer than understeer in a donut, especially your first one. And then the next step is literally just putting them together. So same thing as the regular donut, dump it, give it throttle, go around once, okay? And this is gonna be your first transfer. So you're just gonna let the wheel go, you're gonna spin it the other way, crank it, and then let the wheel go through your hands, and usually you just have to catch it. So once you start from the left side and you're about to transfer to the right, you just gotta flick the wheel. So give it throttle, go around, and then I'm gonna flick the wheel the other way, just like that. Lots of throttle, let it out, and then catch it, just like that. That's basically your first link. That's the first two drifts that you linked together. You went from right to left and kept the donut going. It's actually quite easy. Like, it's really not that hard. Once you get the two donuts down and you have that wheel control, which it doesn't take much, it's pretty easy. See? Just like that. That's all you gotta do. Flick the wheel the other way, give it throttle, let off the throttle, catch the wheel, and then apply the throttle again. Obviously, it's helpful to have a slippery or parking lot where you don't have to get that much speed or mash the throttle. Like this parking lot, it's pretty ice. Like, I don't have to do much and I'm sliding. Now I'm gonna teach you how to initiate. And I'm gonna do this without a handbrake, because you don't need a handbrake. Especially if you're in an automatic, a lot of those cars don't even have handbrakes. Now, depending on the size of the lot and your comfortability with speed, I would probably keep this in first. Basically, a clutch kick is gonna disengage and then re-engage the drive shaft with the wheels in the back. So if you disengage it and then re-engage it at higher RPMs, it'll kick it real quick. So you're gonna wanna approach your turn, right? This is a simple left turn with enough speed. Give it throttle and literally kick the clutch. Kick it, like kick it all the way up and then all the way down real quick. The car will jolt immediately and you'll have to catch it in the drift. So I'm gonna go in second gear, give it throttle, kick the clutch, and immediately it goes like that. It'll kick the back end out instantly. Now, if you have an automatic, you won't have a clutch, okay? So the alternative to this is just basically weight transfer. So if I'm turning left, you're gonna wanna flick the car to the right and then flick it to the left, and that was terrible. Flick it to the right, then flick it to the left. That's how you're gonna have to do it in the automatic, because you won't have a clutch. Give it throttle, kick the clutch, and then apply more throttle, and just do a simple turn, just like that. You don't gotta link anything. And make sure you're not trying to control the wheel too much, because if you try and fight the wheel, you lose control. You have to let it go and catch it. It's better to let the wheel go and then catch it before it keeps going, rather than try and move in your hands as fast as you can. It's not gonna work. Now you wanna go faster, do the same thing. Clutch kick, give it some gas, boom, and just hold it. It's all throttle. And you see, I'm really not doing much with the wheel. So we just clutch kicked. That's your first initiation. Now we're gonna wanna do a transfer. So we're gonna drift from the left to the right and then back to the left. After I do the first turn, I'm literally gonna let the wheel spin through my hands and then catch it. That's a big thing. You keep the throttle, let the wheel spin through your hands, and then catch it. Try and keep your car like 3,000 or 4,000 RPMs. So we're gonna go like this, right? I'm gonna let the wheel go. Caught, let the wheel go again, boom, catch it again. Easy transfer. But a lot of people try and force the wheel with their hand. It's much easier if you just let it go, just like this. Clutch kick, let the wheel go, catch it, flick it the other way, let the wheel go, catch it, flick it the other way, and then catch it again. Just like that. I'm doing it with one hand. It's really that simple. You really don't need a handbrake to get started at all. One more time. Clutch kick, lots of throttle, let the wheel go right now, let it flow, catch it, lots of throttle, let it go, and then catch it again. See, it's all in my control now. That was all with one hand. I'm certain if I can do it with one, you could do it with both. No problem at all. And do not try this in the street. If you want to learn, try and learn in the rain. It's much easier than it is in the dry. You won't have to beat your car as much. Here before somebody gets mad at me. Oh, my clutch. Ouch. Oh, train tracks. Oh man, doing this with one hand, once you get it to speed, is terrifying. here, holy. Oh my, ice, bro. Straight ice. That's ridiculous. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. It's like I'm gripping and then slipping and then gripping and slipping and it just keeps repeating.